Are you feeling stuck? Trying to become a pro at something, all because you think you're not naturally talented? Well, buckle up, because this video is about to give you a much needed reality check. We're diving into 7 super effective ways to master any skill, and stick around for some bonus tips at the end on how to actually fit practice into your daily life. Sound good? Let's kick things off with a little truth bomb. All our lives, we've heard that our abilities are somehow set in stone by genetics. You know, those little defeating things people say when they don't immediately succeed. I can't manage people. I'm just not creative. Or, math? Yeah, not my thing. Well, guess what? That's all nonsense. It was just a made-up theory from a few self-absorbed folks, probably to keep others from climbing the ladder of success. The truth is, talent isn't something you're born with. It's something you build through hard work. So if you want to get really good at something, it's time to put in the effort and master those skills. Here's how you can start leveling up. Number 1. Tackle your weak spots. Let's be real, if you're not reaching your goals, something's probably holding you back. The first step to mastering any skill is figuring out what your weak points are and focusing on improving them. It's like finding that one stubborn piece of the puzzle that's messing up the whole picture. This is what we call drilling, really zoning in on the areas where you're struggling. When you work on those specific parts, you start to clear up the blocks that are keeping you from making progress. For example, let's say you want to be a successful YouTuber. Maybe you've got killer video editing skills down, but when it comes to speaking naturally in front of the camera, well, it's a bit awkward. That awkwardness could be what's stopping you from getting more subscribers. So instead of ignoring it, you should focus your learning on becoming more comfortable in front of the camera. Here's the game plan. First, practice your skill in the actual context you want to use it. Then, figure out where you're struggling and zero in on improving those areas. Finally, go back and practice again, but this time with your new and improved skills. Number 2, break it down. Mastering a skill might seem like you're aiming for the complete picture, but funny enough, the key to success is breaking it down first. To truly get good at something, you need to deconstruct the skill into smaller, manageable parts and map out a plan to work through each one. It's like trying to eat an entire pizza in one bite. Impossible and messy. Instead, you should slice it up and tackle each piece one at a time. Let's take learning a new programming language, for example. Instead of throwing yourself into the deep end and flailing around like a fish out of water, start with the basics. Get comfortable with the syntax first. Think of it as learning to order a pizza before you try making one from scratch. Once you've nailed that, you can start piecing together data structures and eventually work your way up to building full-blown applications. Now, if your goal is to be an SEO whiz, don't just dive in head first and hope for the best. Start by getting your hands dirty with the technical stuff like HTML and tags, so you can impress your friends at parties. Then take a peek at data analytics to see how your SEO campaigns are faring. And finally, discover the type of content that pulls in traffic like a magnet. This step-by-step approach is your trusty roadmap, guiding you along the way while allowing you to throw a mini celebration every time you conquer a piece of the puzzle. After all, every time you master one little part, you're inching closer to that glorious skill level. Number 3, make time for it. Let's be honest, every little or big thing you want to achieve takes time, and mastering a new skill is no different. So if you want to get good at something, you've got to commit some quality time to it. Think of it as giving your skill the attention it deserves, like watering a plant so it doesn't wilt away. Start by scheduling specific time slots to work on your skills. Having a daily routine dedicated to practice can make a world of difference, helping you improve consistently while making your learning more intentional. For instance, if you want to become a better public speaker, why not join a weekly group where you can practice your skills in front of an audience? Trust me, nothing sharpens your skills quite like facing a crowd, preferably one that won't throw tomatoes at you. When you're setting aside time to practice, try to pick moments when you're feeling the most energetic and focused. We all know that feeling when you're a morning person and have your coffee, so harness that energy. And remember, short practice sessions can be super effective too. Number 4, consistency is key. Okay, so we've covered a lot, but let's get one thing straight. Without consistency, nothing is going to work. Seriously, it's like trying to build a sandcastle without water. Good luck with that. Consistent and focused practice is the foundation of mastering any skill, just like good financial management is essential for not ending up broke after a shopping spree. Some skills take time to tame, so patience is crucial. Make sure to carve out dedicated time each day or week for practice, turning it into a regular part of your routine. Think of it as brushing your teeth. You wouldn't skip that, right? Repetition is your best friend here. The more you practice, the more you solidify your understanding and muscle memory, which means you'll eventually move from thinking hard about what you're doing to executing it effortlessly. Whether you're playing scales on the piano, writing code, or practicing language drills, consistent practice is what helps you internalize and truly master your skills. Number 5. Challenge yourself. When consistency starts to feel overwhelming or your motivation dips, it's time to challenge yourself. Mastery requires stepping out of your comfort zone and tackling tougher tasks. By applying your skills in new complex situations, you can quickly grasp different aspects of your craft. For instance, if you're learning to cook, try more intricate recipes that demand advanced techniques and flavor combinations. These challenges not only promote growth, but also refine your skills and build confidence in your abilities. So the next time you feel a little too cozy in your routine, remember to embrace the challenges. Number 6. Embrace failure as a new learning opportunity. We've all been there, facing new challenges and feeling like we just can't cut it when it comes to mastering a skill. When that happens, take a breather and embrace failure as your new best friend. Remember, failure is part of the learning journey. Accepting this can really help you move forward. Instead of losing your cool, try some mindful meditation or just relax after hitting a bump in the road. Take coding, for instance. Running into errors and debugging is totally normal. Instead of throwing your laptop out the window, treat those mistakes as stepping stones. Each blunder is a chance to learn, adapt, and improve, bringing you closer to mastery. Number 7. Be open to constructive feedback. If you really want to see a big change, it's time to tune in to the wisdom of mentors who've already nailed it. Keep your ears perked for constructive feedback from your mentors, peers, or any seasoned pros in your field. Constructive feedback isn't just a nice compliment. Think of it as your personal GPS for growth. It highlights where you can improve and gives you insight into your overall performance. For example, if you're into graphic design, feedback on your work can help you sharpen your skills and take your creations to the next level. But constructive feedback isn't just about pointing out flaws. It should come with actionable tips. If all you get is a list of what's wrong, you might feel more lost than a tourist without a map. And remember, balance is key. Too much negativity can kill your vibe. Mix in some praise while addressing areas that need a little extra love. Now that you know how to master your skill, the big question is, how do you take that first step to put it all into action? Tips to apply skill. Start by setting achievable goals. Sure, you've mastered your skill, but now it's time to show the world what you've got. Make sure your goals are realistic so you can actually apply your skills and become a valuable asset in your community. Plus, having a solid target can give you a boost of motivation since you're more likely to succeed when your goals are within reach. Next up, identify the gap between what you know and what you still need to learn or do. This way, you can focus on the most relevant and useful stuff without getting bogged down by outdated or irrelevant information. And don't forget to keep an open mind. Even if you feel like a master, some folks might still throw critical feedback your way. Take it in stride and make sure it's constructive. Because hey, you're swimming against the current, and a little resistance is just part of the journey. And with this ends our video. If you liked it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.